Hey team, just wanted to give you some key changes for 2018. We have come to corporate with so many ideas that we think are going to work in the real world, and they have gone ahead and put those things into effect. So here's some of the key changes for 2018. Many of you have associates, family members, friends who may have started on the program or maybe not even tried it for two reasons. One, there's too many pills for me to take. I don't want to take all those pills. And the second thing, it's more than their budget would allow them to spend, or that they thought they should spend. Again, everything is about perceived value, okay? So what corporate has done is, for the first time ever, they've allowed us to go what we call a la carte. You can select whatever you want. So let's say someone comes to you and they say, hey, I'm just looking for a good multivitamin, so I want to take that. Or my doctor says I need to increase my vitamin D, so I just want like a multi and a vitamin D. Or, you know what, all I want is an omega-3. My doctor says I should be on an omega-3. That's all I want to take. Or, more importantly too, with the coenzyme Q10, if someone's on a statin drug. So you could take all of them or just one of them. You can actually get down to one pill a day if that's what you wanted to do. Now the reason we want to do that, the reason we want to utilize ID Life, for all the reasons we already know, first of all, the 10,000 clinical studies that go into the assessment to determine what you should and should not be taking. Now you all got an email from me earlier today with Paul Sullivan's phone call from Saturday, and he goes into detail how we're not only looking at sunshine, how much exercise you get in fruits and vegetables, but now we're starting to take in some environmental things. Things like household pesticides and laundry detergents and the carpet and the materials in your house that happen to be flame retardant. We're constantly getting bombarded by different types of chemicals, phytoestrogens, and so forth. So the reason we want to utilize ID Life, obviously, is it's individualized because you're taking an assessment. It's specific to you. It's chrono-dosed. We all know there's certain things your body can absorb during the day, and there's other things it can absorb better at nighttime. It's pharmaceutical grade. It's convenient. We all know it gets delivered to your house. And the price is going to be less than a store. And it's very obvious why we can do that. In a storefront, you have electricity, you have your gas, you have your rent, you have your insurance. The cost of owning a small business is pretty high, but if it's coming from a warehouse in Texas, it's going to be a lot cheaper. And remember, if you order over $100 worth of product, your shipping is free. So what I want Michael to do is I want him to now go over and focus on the screen up here. And what Michael and I did was we created a dummy file of a member named John Smith, okay? So let's go over to ID Nutrition. I already logged in with my username and password, and this would be the screen that your clients are going to see, or your family or friends may be seeing. So we're going to go ahead and click on ID Nutrition, and we're going to go down to View Cart. Okay? So based on the assessment that we took the other day, and again, this is just an example of an assessment that was done. Okay, you could still sit down with your client, your family, your friends, whatever, and you could still go through the core of your ID Nutrition, your basic morning program and your evening program. And at this point in time, up till this past weekend, this is all you could do. You couldn't decrease this, okay? Down at the bottom, just scrolling down, there's additional recommendations. And if someone asks you why you have additional recommendations, these are based on the reasons you gave in your assessment. For example, if you have high levels of stress, you may see things like evening primrose oil or stress shield in your formulation. If you're not getting, or if you, let's just say you're like me and you have some joint soreness, you might have an anti-inflammatory enzyme in there, okay? But those are your additional recommendations. And for someone who is not well, these are the things that you really need because of pharmaceuticals you may be on or your health history and so forth, okay? So let's go back to your core, like we spoke about earlier, okay? Now you can go and you say, well, gee, I really don't think I need a probiotic, so let's take that out. And you notice it comes out now. And let's go down to the vitamin D. You have vitamin D and you have vitamin D plus cofactors. You're like, well, I want to try to save some money, and I want to try to knock this down a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and start taking things out. Okay, so you notice the cost before was $70. Now we're down to $41.40. But I could take this back. I could take this all the way down. I'm cutting things out. I could take this all the way down to a basic PM in the morning and a basic AM in the morning, and I'm down to $20.10. Now, if they get it delivered directly to their house every month as a scheduled delivery, it's, whoops, what happened? We're down to $14.85. Okay, and if you're a ID associate, you're down to about $12 a month by taking all those things out. So, of course, you can add them back in. You can just come down to them and just click on Add to Order, all your core, put them back in. But one thing I want you to notice, if you look on the right side of the screen where my little arrow's going up and down, even though we're taking, let's take the antioxidant out, Michael. I'm going to take that out in the omega-3. Okay? You still look on the right-hand side, you're still getting a lot of your key nutrients in here. Vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, thiamine, all your B vitamins, right? You're also getting the folate. You're getting the methylcobalamin version of B12. You're getting all your minerals. You're getting all your proprietary things. So for your customer to be spending $14.85, you can't buy a multivitamin in any store, probably including GNC or Vitamin Shop, for $14.85. That's chronodosed, pharmaceutical grade, specific to your needs. Remember, if you're a smoker, they're going to pull some things out of your formulation, or whatever your health history is. So, we really got this down to a point where there's not too many pills, and the cost is not prohibitive for anybody. Okay, if you can't afford $14.85, stop buying Starbucks coffee. So that's all I got to say, guys. There's a lot of stuff coming up. If you need some help, please reach out to Michael and I. We can definitely help you out with this. I hope this makes a whole lot more sense, and we'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.